Did you hear that inside the box, Mr. Duck? Yeah, I think there's something in there.
I can't stand intros.
Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Mr. Duck is not going to be in this video. Some of you should be really happy. Here we are, the Emerson Tiger. This one's new to the stable. I have several Emerson knives, and the Tiger has always intrigued me when I first saw it. And I thought it was time to bring it in and see what it was all about. I'm going to get off with the original things for people who've never experienced Emerson's. I would recommend a little bit of graphite just on the lock face of the blade, because they like to stick at first. They like to squeak at first, and I'll show you what I mean. And they're very aggressive in the G10 and the pocket clip. Both can be modified, but this video is not going to be about the mods that I normally do. I can do that in another video if you want. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to talk about the one thing that caught me right off the bat was the distance between the thumb plate or the thumb disc and this G10. And I did see that in an earlier video that someone had posted. I don't really have a problem with it. I got a pretty good bite, but I got another little solution, which I'm going to come to. The other thing I noticed was this. If you drop the blade, you can see where my thumb is in relation to that nice sharp edge. So it's something to pay attention to that I'm going to need to keep mindful of. Okay, so straight out of the box, I have no problem with the blade edge on this knife. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way, and we will keep going. Okay, so a couple of size comparisons while we're at it. I don't really have much here. I got the Super Freak nearby. I've got the Tough Light always on the table. And heck, I even got a Pioneer nearby. And I think that's about all I need to show you there. Okay, so the thumb disc, we'll see if we can change that right now. Just before I made this video, I got busy with this guy. And I'll show you some tools that I used, and don't really need to show you how. You can tell just by looking at it. So let's put this into position. See, the one thing I like to do is I like to have things sitting square. I noticed that the thumb disc, there we go. So it's sitting square. See, that would be out of square, and that would be square. It's hard to do this behind the camera. It's perpendicular to the blade. I noticed that the thumb disc was a little bit off for whatever reason. So I compensated when I made this thing, knowing that something might have been off a little bit somewhere. And I I'm going to try this behind the camera. This is really, really different. I've never done it before, so it's kind of new. And let's see if we can pull this off. And so far, so good. Yeah. Okay. That's the .45 caliber ACP. This one happens to be Federal. And let's see if it makes any difference, because what I've done is I've basically moved the thumb disc up just a little bit. See, it gives me a better purchase. So that is a solution to that one problem. I don't have a solution to the blade coming down on my thumb. And okay, so you could probably hear that squeak. That's another thing synonymous with the newer Emersons, the new Emersons. Hear that? That squeak goes away on its own when you least expect it. It's got something to do with the titanium somewhere in this area, just before the detent ball gets pushed aside. There's a squeak in there. All that smooths right out. Anyway, that's the Tiger. The blade shape. The one thing I noticed too is the edge grind is wider near the tip than it is near the stern. Well, you know what I mean. And I don't know if it's done on purpose, but I can say that it does make sense, because the thickness of the tip is thicker behind the edge than it is back here. So by keeping that blade edge, blade grind consistent, you have a nice sharp, very sharp, and I have not stropped this yet. I dare say if I strop this once or twice, it's probably going to be way sharper than it is now. That stonewash and the blade grinds, love it. I don't know, I'm a sucker for that swoop. Very cool. It's kind of like it's sitting lower. Man, that's cool. Love the shape. The ergos on this are, you know, classic Emerson, but actually even better. I would say it's better than the Roadhouse. I don't know if it's better than the CQC 15, but definitely the Roadhouse. Yeah, 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 very, very comfortable. And there's that lock stick. So just a little bit of graphite for the first little while, and then after a while you won't need it anymore. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything else I need to talk about. It's the Emerson Tiger. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.